Hello, beautiful spirits. I'm Carol DeChaine, your intuitive spiritual guide for practical manners and Marconics multidimensional energy practitioner. Welcome to the Joy Corner. The Joy Corner is a time when I work with affirmations and mantras to be able to work with our subconscious mind so you can find more joy in your life and connect more to yourself and to what you truly want. This week's affirmation is I am responsible with money and manage it wisely. A lot of times people get hard on themselves because they feel like they've gone through bankruptcy or they don't understand how to manage money. But managing money is just a skill, like knowing arithmetic. It's a skill level. Some people know how to do it kind of more innately, and other people don't. It's like I can't ice skate, but other people can, or at least my ankles don't like it, and I end up on my butt. So therefore, that's not something I do. I am responsible with money and manage it wisely is something you can learn to do. And if you feel like you can't, it's just a limiting belief that shows up that's stuck in your subconscious and maybe your conscious mind too, that stops you from moving forward and being what you want to be and doing what you want to do. Let's go ahead and get into the I am affirmations as we always do and say them 3 times together. Breathe it in. Say it and breathe again and feel it moving through your body and making it your truth at that moment. And if a negative thought comes up, just say, oh, that was interesting. Put it aside for a moment. Say, I'll come back to you in a second. Say it 3 times, making it your truth right at this moment. So your subconscious might even go, wait a minute. Oh, maybe I better get on board with this because this actually seems to be the truth that's happening. And that's not what I I better change. But if that doesn't happen right away, which it can, but it may not, it may take some time. But what does happen is those negative thoughts may come up and they may come up in droves or they may just have one. When you see them and you're done with saying your mantras and your I am affirmations, then go ahead and pull that in and go, that's an interesting thought. Where did that come from? What is that belief? And try and have patience with yourself while you pull it apart to figure out where it comes from. If it's really your truth, or if you borrowed it from a parent or a sibling or someone else that you just heard it a lot and you just sort of took it on as your own truth and it's not, or if it is, maybe you can go, well, why did I choose that to be my truth? Can I let that go? Or what can I do to shift it? Because maybe you need to do more than the mantras, but maybe this is just one tool that you use. Maybe you need classes, especially with this one, you need to learn how to do money wisely. You may find you need notifications on your phone to remember to pay bills. You may find that you need to go to a class to figure out how to go ahead and, if you do have some money, how to invest it wisely. Or talk to different people, see who they go to and actually get an investment person, even if you only have a little bit of money, and have them do it for you if you can't do it, but have them explain why they're doing things so you understand and you can move forward. There's so many different things you can do for yourself. And when you start believing that you are responsible with money and you manage it wisely, then you might have all these different ideas come up on how you can do it because each person is different and what might be right for one person and doing it themselves and figuring it all out might not be right for the other who needs to hire someone to do it for them. As long as you take other people's ideas on who they talk to and why they like their person, if you have an investment person, it's usually pretty safe if it's somebody with a big company, but make sure you understand what you're doing because you want to make sure that it's wise. So here we go. We're going to do it 3 times. We're going to breathe it in. We're going to feel it. Know it's your truth right this minute. And then breathe again and feel it move through your body. And then we're going to say it again 2 more times. So just 3 times. When you do it on your own, you can do it 3 to 5 times in a sitting, but try not to do it more than that because it loses its strength and its power. And sometimes it's hard when it's something you're not really feeling to hold it as your truth too long. And if you want to do it a second time in the same day, a second session of it, that's fine. Just make sure you don't do it 5 or 6 sessions because it does, like I say, it loses its power a bit. Unless every time you do it, you feel like getting stronger and stronger, in which case, be my guest. Here we go. If you can close your eyes, you can do it. But if you can't because you're driving or you're somewhere where it's not appropriate, by all means, that's just fine too. So breathe. I am responsible with money and manage it wisely. Breathe it in. Make it part of you and who you are now. And again, we're going to say, I am responsible with money and manage it wisely. Feel it moving through your cells, that truth, all the way to your fingers and your toes. And one more time, I am responsible with money and manage it wisely. Feel it moving through your brain, through your soul, through your spirit, through your subconscious mind. Have this be your truth, that you're responsible with money. You manage it wisely. And feel it. And once you feel it as your truth, like I said, you might have some of those negative thoughts come up. Oh, but what about this? What if I did that? That was stupid. I listened to somebody and I invested somewhere and that was stupid. I have nothing left. We all do things like that. You think you know what you're doing and you learn and you move forward. It's okay. Even if you've lost everything, you learn something, right? It's something, but we can all start from scratch. Everyone starts from scratch unless they come into money from the minute they wake up and are born. And then that's a choice they made coming into it. It doesn't mean they manage their money wisely. Just because they have money doesn't mean they're responsible with it, or they know what they're doing, or they've hired the right people to do it for them. So know that this may not be the right wording for everyone for an I am affirmation, but if it feels right to you, and by all means, make sure if it's just really close to what you want that you tweak it. I don't care what you do with it. It doesn't have to be this one. Just make sure that you shift it so it feels right, but don't put any negative words in there or anything that feels like a negative connotation. If you say I'm responsible money and I pay all my bills on time, that could feel negative to you. Paying bills may not feel right, but maybe saying all my bills are easily paid on time, or maybe just shifting the words around might feel right. Or I hire someone to pay my bills and they're all paid on time. Maybe that feels good. But usually the word bills is something that people don't like. It feels negative. It feels like a connotation. It makes them go, ugh. So maybe that's not what you want. If you're responsible with money and you manage it wisely, I put those words in from my being. So make sure that you adjust it if you need to. I'm not married to any of my affirmations, but the ones I give you should all come across in a positive way because you want to feel that. And if they don't, because I won't use a negative word, but maybe I use a word that doesn't feel right with you and doesn't sit well with you, then by all means, shift it around, tweak it, do what you need to do to make it yours. Thank you for listening today. My name is Carol DeChaine, and this is the Joy Corner. If you'd like to hear more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on that little bell notification. And by all means, you can also hear my podcast, which is called Connect to Joy, which is connect, the number 2, joy, and it's on all the different podcast channels. It's also my Instagram handle and my website. Please connect with me if you need to know more or you have any questions or you want a psychic reading, whatever it may be that you would like. Know that I'll support you. Until next time.